Christopher Ratton, owner of Ballahack Airsoft. I'm Swamp Sniper. Started Ballahack 18 years ago, and now we're voted the #1 outdoor park in America, which is very exciting. But we have so far to go, and we've barely scratched the surface of what we want to build. I want to create the ultimate experience for video gamers and action movie enthusiasts, as well as people who want to challenge themselves strategically and tactically with the unique opportunities that we have utilizing the technology of airsoft. One of the reasons that I do our special branded games, and like I started Rev, and I started Z, and I started the Wild West, is I think it's really important for branding for the sport that it's not just too far in one direction, i.e. over-militarized, or people who misunderstand and think that, we're putting guns in the hands of kids, as opposed to not recognizing that social media is extremely harmful. Super violent video games are very harmful for young kids. And being physical and connecting with others in an environment where you learn teamwork, communication, leadership, safety, and situational awareness, how to challenge yourself while being forced to actually socialize and interact with real people in the real world, it's actually one of the best things that we can do. And that's why I'm so fired up about us pushing forward and creating video game experiences in real life for people, whether that be ones that utilize airsoft or ones that don't utilize airsoft. But with that being said, like our current field with all these shipping containers and stuff, which is a temporary setup, like we don't want to have to make believe too much. We don't want to believe that this shipping container is a retail store or a hospital or whatever. And we do now, but it's kind of silly. We want to actually build an environment that makes sense and is modularized, both for, military simulation, combat simulation, and then different arid timepieces of experiences and events that we can build. This is why the future of what we're building is going to be modular. It's going to have utilities. It's going to have speakers and lights and everything, all the way up to surface projections to make games more dynamic. And give updates throughout that shift the way things are flowing, and so much more. But really, this was just to say, with this booming industry, screaming past $300 billion in terms of esports, there's got to be a way to take those experiences, and I don't mean like I'm currently doing, but like in a world-class way, let people live those experiences in real life. So actual collaborations with film production companies, video game companies, and merge those experiences. One of the coolest ways to do that would be if in every major metropolitan area, or in many of them, there was a wholesome, healthy community that was all used to pulling together to pull off incredible experiences, and that there were the resources to put on these incredible events and go over the top. Some people feel like, okay, when you say video game, it's taking away from my chance of feeling like I'm this special forces soldier or, whatever. I actually believe we're going to have some of the most realistic and enhanced situations, scenarios, and mission sets that there are, even in regular gameplay, with what we're going to be able to pull off with the technologies we'll have, with this shared experience of the massive briefing screen, and just so much more. But the beauty about emulating video games and action movies that people get so thrilled about is if you can truly convert that into a physical kinetic experience, not just on your console or not even with, a handful of friends in VR and sandbox or whatever, but a true kinetic experience with tons of people, hundreds of people, is that there will always be that next new hit video game or that next new awesome film that comes out that can be emulated. And then people get to live that experience, which is one of the most exciting things. As technology changes, as entertainment changes and all that, having these social communities of people that are welcoming, where people can go play the game in real life, connect with others, they get to be the hero, they get to feel like they had a real adventure, and they can do it in a safe professional environment. That's just part of my vision for Ballahack Airsoft and why we are moving forward to create a nationally replicable model. And if you are willing to share to help make this future happen, at the top of our website, there's a banner and it takes you to our investment opportunity for Ballahack Airsoft, where we are raising $5 million to transform this place and create that replicable model so that we can impact more and more people and create more communities wherever they could thrive. Thank you for listening, and whatever you do in life, stay safe, enjoy it, be creative, and peace.